That's so cool.
Thanks.
What are you using to run it?
I'm using VC Face with
Oh,
like
me too.
a leap
Nice.
motion sensor to like move my hands and stuff.
Dude,
So yeah,
that's exactly what I'm running. I've got a Leap
nice.
Motion. I've got VC Face running. Got it going through OBS. It's great. I love it. I love being able to interact as my ape.
And that's the whole part of this, is being able to interact and have some fun. We are actually live action right now, and actually I sprung on the great
Woo, let's
these
go.
guys. We got Metamora, we got URL, and we got Jeff Nichols on now. And you know what? I'm gonna hit that live stream button right now, and we're gonna hit my dream loops, because we're not little intro music to get things going here. Some little dancing.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's right. We got a Sunday. It's getting Sunday night by me, but on the West Coast, on the left coast, as they say it, it's just the sun's probably setting there. This is Crypto Novo. We're coming at you live with as you guys can see all my aliens, apes, and zombies out there with some filters. We got the Filter Fest going on, live action. And if you need a filter, you can get one of these on cryptonovo.io. Two of the filters you're seeing here today, one by myself and one by, Mr. Jeff Nichols, have the AR filters by Beskar. And if you need those, you can hop right into the AR filter request queue right here. I'm sorry, but we do have like 30 people in line because they are uber popular, and we're trying to get these filters out as best as we can. But as we can see right now, using them in-house, I love it. In-house action right now with the Bored Apes. Jeff,
So sick.
Yes.
talk a little bit about your entrance into, I don't know, whatever you want to. AR filters. You can talk about Bored Apes. You can talk about NFTs. You can talk about your own website, or excuse me, your own Twitter handle here, where, man, you have 25K followers, your own stuff going on. You're telling me about some wicked stuff going on in the DJ space, very similar to Dream Loops. How are you doing this evening?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm really happy to be here. This filter is so stoked. This is the first time I'm using it in a stream, and you guys just killed it. It's so awesome to be able to actually be my ape, And you saw that video there. My son was playing around with it too, which is so awesome. So yeah,
and that's all of it. It is a family affair, especially when you get these. I know a lot of people saw me kind of sporting it around when I was either in Miami or New York, but it's the same thing around the house with my siblings. We're always tooting around, making fun. And it's just like, any other filters that people have out there that they're using in Snapchat or anything like that. But this is awesome because you get to go out there and sport your own NFT, and in this case, one beautiful pirate Bored Ape we got going on here. I love it.
Well, it's so crazy. So I've been in the AR VR space for a long time. I actually ran AR and VR for Live Nation for about 4 years, and to see it come to this place where like I'm on my stream. I'm on your stream as an ape, and it be like live, right? Like we're able to do this live and have Maury and URL here sporting. Like it's just crazy that this is possible because we just didn't think it was going to be possible so quickly.
And we're seeing it live action here. Not only that, we got it going on with another ape going on, spending the holiday cheer. And he was reaching out to me prior, on DMs, out in the Twitter space as well. And he has his own holiday song going on right now. How are we doing, Meta? How have you been?
I'm doing fantastic, Crypto. Appreciate you having me on here. It's so awesome to be interacting with fellow VTubers. This is awesome. I had my first VTuber to VTuber chat a few weeks ago. I was on Vinci's show, Future Humans 3.0, and that was exciting for me to have that first interaction, avatar interaction in that way. And I'm excited to be in the open metaverse with you guys, just jamming out, just having a good time. I appreciate you giving a shout out to my song. It's the pinned tweet on my profile. If anybody wants to check it out, I did a song, a parody of "It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas" called "It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Apemas." And that was a
And
lot of fun to sing and create.
you can see it right there. It's pinned tweet right on the top. Man, almost 7,000 views. And that's just awesome. I mean, spreading the apeness cheer amongst all the happy holiday aliens, apes, and zombies that are out there. And, maybe talk a little bit about, what you're trying to accomplish with having this, this type of AR filter out there is, broadcasting you got another pirate here. It's looking sharp.
Oh yeah, it's extra special having a couple of pirates on the stream here. I love your rig, Jeff. That's so awesome, and I was stoked when you were mentioning your wife getting the female pirate ape with the pink hair. That's amazing. It's got that matching pair. My wife and I just today I secured a gold tattoo gutter dog to match her pink tattoo one. She loves the gutter, and so that must have been an exciting moment for you guys having that happen. It was it was amazing. As far as what I'm trying to accomplish, I just really trying to create and just be part of the community. I feel like just wanting to build toward help people see how we'll be interacting in the metaverse through these avatars. And because it's fun to me, like it's awesome we all get to sit and chat as our chosen avatar and have a good time, and just being able to connect and create these connections within the community, because these types of conversations and connections are what's going to really make the community grow and see the test of time, in my opinion. And I think it's the funnest part about it, and why it's exploding so much is because we're creating relationships that before Web3 and these technologies were available wouldn't have otherwise been possible. And we're getting to connect with people on common ground, and we're all really passionate about this stuff. So it's just so much fun to be able to do this together.
And and that's what I wanted to bring. I wanted to bring other people from other filters coming in on this, because I was able to maybe have to touch base with Jeff prior to him coming on the stream, just from hopping on Discord, this and that, but able to see other people trying to make a voice to get more traction out in this NFT space. And one of those is someone who's been on my show a couple times, is In Real Life or URL, because he was talking about, what he's sporting right there is his bone clubs. How we doing? Back at it again. How have you been?
Hey, so happy to be back with you, Crypto, on your show. I love it here, and yeah, as you were mentioning, just trying to what Metamori was saying, try to be more active in the community by trying to put out more content. Getting involved with the community, and today we have some cool announcements with Bones Club, and I hope to see we hear some good stuff, because I've been rocking this avatar and I've been really excited to be part of that community. So I'm pretty excited.
It's looking good. We have it right down there. We have Maskey right there himself coming in, says looking awesome. I think it's looking awesome again. I love the background drop again. And that's what it is. It's about, talking about the NFTs and the communities that you're in, and, help promote it, even if you aren't maybe a dev, or maybe if you're not, a moderator, but just enjoying it and talking to other community members. If it's in their Discords on chat, if it's hopping in with a video chat, if it's hopping in with a video chat with a filter. And I'm just loving what I'm seeing here. And you've reached out and you've been a strong community member, even very so much is that you, well, right there, you're retweeting my stuff, but you, were out there and received a gift from the Glyphs as well. So, I mean, just being out there and being a positive community member, good things happen to good people. So, all right, I want to talk a little bit about Bone Clubs a little bit, because I want to hear any thoughts on the alpha that they might be dropping from your bony skeleton skull right now. What are your thoughts on it? What could the news be?
Well, I saw that they teased with a roadmap for next year, and they're definitely been planning metaverse events. They're definitely planning on some merch drops, and they're cutting the stock to, I think, 4,000 bones. Previously, I think there were 9,000 out there. So yeah, they're trying to embrace the holders, the community, and keep working on it. So definitely exciting stuff coming up. Definitely.
And that's why I kind of have these live shows, is so then I can, one, get the alpha that's going on in the space, understand what's going on. I can't keep up with everything in there, and to have someone come on talking about it. I've already seen the roadmap. Roadmap's looking sharp. Roadmap's looking good. We're already getting an AR filter leaked out there a little bit, and then we also have other community members out there just watching the show right here with, is this poop emoji is so dope, because it is dope. I love talking with these people on this stream. It's awesome. And it's good catching up with, Jeff, which I didn't have, that much of a prior background about. So Jeff, you entering the space with this AR filter, what possibilities and doors can this open for you? I saw right there, the time spent with loved ones around the house. That's one of those things. Kids love technology, and having that technology, which they're using anyways, now you're able to use it and share it with someone, that is maybe years younger than you, but still want to be cool with them. And it's cool for both people.
Yeah, well, we were talking just before the show. We brought a mutant ape to life as part of our Warp Sound crew, and he performs live AI generated music every Wednesday night at 6, right? And it's an amazing experience. But now with the filters and with like what Metamori's doing with the whole body and everything, like where this is going is like us being able to bring these characters to life, these entities to life in a much different way, right? And it's just like it's kind of magical. It just makes me feel like a kid again. That's the whole thing about the NFT space. And I just feel like a kid again. And I get to share that with my kids. And, Novo, I saw you at the Atom Bomb party, and that's actually where I met Beskar, because you were going for it. It was like we were just like, just having a blast. And he was holding up, an ape filter. And I was like, dude, I got to have one of those. And it was literally we're just like, my kids look at me now and they go, Dad, you're just a big kid. And that's it, right? That's what it's turned into for a lot of us, which is so awesome.
We were just big kids in there, and that was the best part. It was combining a whole bunch of fun kids. It was the excitement all bottled into one, because it was something new. It was a new experience for all of us in there as being NFT holders. And yeah, we went for it. And I'm going to continue to go for it, because I want to make a name and a voice for not me, but everyone in the space.
Yeah.
Making atom bomb filters, so someone with an atom bomb can go out there and have fun with it. All right, we're getting a go call for you right here. So, all right, Metamori, how are you going to keep progressing the space? We've seen a holiday song out of you. You've been set. This is almost like your holiday card, very similar to how people send out their holiday cards through the postal service. You're sending this stuff out digitally, talking to your friends, talking to people around the space. How do you view these filters evolving, and how your normal communication's running here?
Well, so far I've felt like the best way that I've been able to contribute to the space is the content I create. My primary goal is to entertain and lift people up and inform. So sometimes I'll do videos, just informational videos on projects that I'm interested in. But lately I've actually mainly been focusing on stuff like the Christmas video, or putting out a video just encouraging people to have a good day, or an attitude of gratitude, things like that. Just because it's such a hectic space, trying to bring some chill vibes, and then also off screen in Discord and Twitter. I've always been very open, and I do want to say this on any stream that I'm on. If I can ever be of help to anybody, if the knowledge that I have would be useful to you as far as you're learning how to use MetaMask, or if you wanted to learn how to be a VTuber, things like that, I'm always happy to point people in the right direction with some guides, or learning about gas. I try and help people learn, especially about say, for example, if a friend of mine is saying that they're going for a hot drop and they don't know how to use advanced gas. So we'll have a conversation about how to do that. I'll run them through it, do a screen share as my ape, and just do a screen share and show them the basics of how to adjust it, and what I have done in the past for drops of how I've checked gas on a and then maybe doubled it, or depending on whatever that may be. And it's been helpful to everybody that I've reached out to or that has reached out to me, and I've been glad that I've been able to do that and help people out. Like for example, Pizza Later, fellow ape, he was going for the Adidas drop, and he was worried that his transaction was stuck, and I asked him to send me the hash. I had a look at it, and in my opinion, the gas was way too low for that environment. I told him what I would do with the gas, and he did it, and the transaction went through a couple seconds later, and he was excited to be able to snag those because he hadn't done the advanced gas before. So just like little things like that of being able to help people out to learn to use the technologies available to us to be able to compete in this really competitive environment.
And there it is right there, helping the world out one person at a time. You can go there and follow. Simple questions might be simple for everyone, might not be simple for someone who's starting. So if you do have those questions, that's what it is. It's about learning and talking and processing this information so we do feel safe in this space, and we do understand what's going on in this space. We've heard it through finding the alpha in this space. We've heard it through learning in this space. We've heard it for bringing new technologies into this space, like Jeff was talking about, bringing pretty much a DJ into the space that can just have at it. So IRL or in real life or URL. All right. With your filter that you have going on, you've progressed yourself in the space to, bring awareness to another NFT that, might not be as popular as a Bored Ape, or might not be a top tier one as a CryptoPunk that I sport here, like images of. But, we have not only Bone Club's heritage, but then we also have regular Bones Club as well, which is a derivative under. So it is for multi-tiered purposes, and which I'm loving about this. And another thing I'll do right here is I'll get this loaded in. I was going to put it in before, but the sound plays. I couldn't figure out how to do the sound on it. But it's coming up right now, is playing in the environment of this Nemesis right here. So in real life, a little bit about your journey with Bones Club.
Well, actually, it all started a long time ago with a friend talking about mining with his computer, mining Ethereum. So that's how I got into it. I bought a couple of computers to mine Ethereum with, and 4 years later, I had no Ethereum left, but I wanted to get into the art because I started seeing a lot of art popping up, and the homie Franelations started talking about Bones Club, and I just thought it was a good chance to jump into any project because I wasn't being able to get into any of the other projects. So I was like, yo, this kind of like vibes with me, the aesthetics, the image, and I've been trying to like game on Twitch and do content. So I just started incorporating my brand with the Bones Club brand, and I started doing my thing. So I really like the potential that bringing communities together in practically what we're seeing is a internet utopia. So there's so much potential that like even like looking back at the 70s and like looking at all these different theories with computer utopians. I think it's starting to happen. So yeah, just from jumping on Fortnite, I'm really envisioning seeing Bones Club and Bored Apes fighting each other in Fortnite. So that's what I'm here for, to have fun and enjoy and meeting you guys, and even winning NFTs out of luck and meeting awesome people like you, Crypto. So that's what I'm all about.
That's what I'm seeing right here. I mean, I know my son watches what I call senseless people playing video games on the screen. And I'm sorry to say, you might be one of those senseless people, but I would rather watch you as an NFT doing it, trying to make it, than just someone in real life. I'm sorry, that's just my preference. And my son asks me, and maybe Jeff, maybe we start getting into this, but why can't I do this with my with our NFTs? He wants to be a cryptoad and he wants to play Fortnite and he wants to, you know, hop around and destroy people because that's what kids watch and do right now. And we're seeing it right now with, you know, right now. First, this will be the first of many Twitch streams that you'll see. So make sure you're following him on how he is breaking down Fortnite and how he is breaking down what is that, League of Legends, correct?
Yeah.
So we're seeing this in here now, and we're seeing it come now, and that's what the filters are doing, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's making a name for himself. He's making a content grab within that video gaming space because you know what? In the real near future, there will be our NFTs in Fortnite. I mean, we're seeing how these platforms are actually being created and made, where they are on like a Unity project, or they are on the same platforms that, you know, that are going to be using these AR filters in the future, which is just so exciting in the space because the options are going to absolutely be endless, where you can take your own creative rights with your like image and talk about what you need to talk about in this space. And we saw within Bones Club, as you were talking about before, if you click on the Nemesis Bones right there, I was trying to play it before. I have too much streaming, and it is a game that you can play and walk around, and it has Bones Club things tagged on the wall, and you're walking around where you are able to, you know, interact with your NFT in a game like scenario. So it is coming more and more very similar to what kids are doing nowadays, paying the big money to buy those skins, which they don't own.
Definitely.
Well, they'll be able to own them.
And even like before Bones, I wasn't too into a type of art, but I really like skulls. So just grabbing like the whole skull aesthetic, I just found on Twitter someone tweeted about a new artist, and I really found it amazing to support like a really small artist trying to make a project. I just if you see my Twitter, I have like a new profile pic, which is Spider-Man, just because I really like the movie. And I found that new project from a guy called Being Human Artist, and he's trying to do like the opposite of what all the other big projects are trying to do. So he's trying to make like hand-drawn profile pics, not generated, and it's just a small guy, you know, trying to make his art and trying to push his stuff. So before you would have to go through PayPal or like through other methods, you know. And right now, like anyone can buy your art without even revealing a credit card number or something. You know, there's like so many new opportunities for like the creative space. So yeah, I really like those options too.
And that's what we're doing right there, is getting the word out for something that you enjoy and you like. Because at the end of the day, that art that you have, you know, is going to be the thing that is in your wallet at the end of the day. You know, and then,
yeah.
You know, obviously everyone hopes everything goes up to $1 million billion, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. But at the end of the day, cool things made by cool people. And that's what you're able to do. Just like you're able to do at the Bone Clubs, you know, your eye aesthetic, you know, gravitates to skulls, to bones. And here it is again, you're helping support a smaller artist. Maybe someone, you know, this person has 63 followers. Let's get up to 100. Let's get them up to 200. Let's help out the cause here, because that's what you're doing, is you're talking about cool people in the space that you've come across. You like Spider-Man, you like the look. So why not? And why not make a name for it? And then now you're able to come out here in real life as your avatar and be able to talk about this space and promote something that you're passionate about. And that is an artist. It's the whole point. And that's kind of the whole point why I like to have this stream and have these things go on. So I can learn from others and see what's out there. I'd never heard anything about him. I get to follow him. I get to see what he's going to progress to. Who knows? Maybe I'll reach out to him and have him build a Crypto Novo one where I'm ripping off my mask and I have, you know,
definitely
a similar skull right underneath.
Dude, how cool would that be? Yeah. I love his art. That's amazing. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, no, and it's also like a change of shift of economy, you know, because like with crypto, everything is changing. So even art, you know, art, music, everything, you're just seeing it change on the go, on the fly. It's really amazing.
Yeah, we host we meaning my partner Lindsay and I, a weekly space on music in Web3 and what's going on in the music space and how it's changing and the opportunities it's providing for independent artists. And I mean, we are only just scratching the surface on what's possible when we get in these spaces and we talk to people, artists and new startups and projects, and you hear what they're doing. It's like this is gonna be a pretty
Ooh,
incredible space
nice.
for music. Yeah.
Let's talk about Lindsay a little bit, if you don't mind us talking about her, because she just recently did change her ape, and she did want to get something more like her like self, I guess you'd say, for lack of a better term. And
Yeah.
we're seeing people like kind of do that, trying to find the similarities between themselves and they're turning into their avatar. And I often look in the mirror without this on, and I kind of shock myself because I don't see these big shades and this clown nose. So was this
It's so funny. She's got this incredible trippy. It's like trippy with the BDSM hat and the leather jacket. And I mean, it's just like a dope, like insane trippy, but it's not her. That's Greg. That's a character, Greg. When you look at this one that she just traded one of her floors for, that's her. And that shot that you just saw is her with Haley Williams with the pink hair. And she's like, do I need to go back to the pink hair? And I'm like, now you absolutely do. Right. She wanted a pirate because I'm a pirate. She found one that felt like her. And yeah, she like debated for like a week. It's like a very emotional decision when it comes down to the thing that's representing you. And she finally pulled the trigger last night on the trade.
All right? We have someone asking, where can we get these filters? I'm going to start off being selfish and talk about the filters that Beskar makes first. And you guys feel free to chime in where you want, because I'm in it for everyone. I want everyone to find their own way. But obviously, I'd love to get you one of these Novoverse filters right there, where you can get on Discord. Right there, you click that button, and this is cryptonovo.io. It gets you into the Discord, and simply there's the town hall. You can talk about it. There's the Q&A of how much it costs, and there's the filter request. We have about 35 on in backup, I should say, because it is very people want these filters. And then we have, I'll pass it over to Meta. If you want to talk about filters, the ones you use, how you get it, whatever you want, go for it.
Sweet, bro. I was actually gonna recommend to people if they're wanting to get something that's quick and easy, I would either recommend that they contact you for one of your filters. I know that Mo Pete also, he's an ape that was doing some ape filters. I got one of his AR filters as well for my ape. As far as the model I'm using now, the rig I'm using now, so it's definitely more time intensive to get a full 3D model going. And one thing that is really great just to keep in mind for the AR filters is, as you guys would know, you can use it on mobile pretty easy and kind of use it across multiple devices. So I've been loving seeing more and more of the AR filters. I think those are definitely the way to go as far as the first, like getting your feet wet to just get something that you'd be able to use very quickly and wouldn't need much special software for or anything like that. So I know IRL, URL, and I were saying that we're using to run our rigs. We've got a software called VC Face. That's a free software that runs VRM files, the avatar rigs, and then we also have on our in front of us on our desk, or I think you can also attach it to the front of your shirt, is a sensor called a Leap Motion controller, and it senses where our hands are, and that's how we get the hand movement going. Is there's a little thing on our desk. There's other options too. You can get full body rigs. Like I would like to have that eventually, but I realistically would need to wait until a point where maybe the content that I'm creating is monetized in some way or something, because those are usually, you're looking at like 10, 15 grand plus for some of those rigs. And I wasn't in a rush to spend that much just yet, just because there's other points of entry. But yeah, I really love the AR rigs that you guys are doing. I think they're the perfect entry point to VTubing and having an avatar that you can use on live streams and stuff like that.
It is. How about URL right there? You got your Discord link right there. You can get linked in. And there it is. Community effort to get these filters out to anyone. I love the VJing, get the videos out there talking about your NFT projects. These are super cool. Thank you. And they're made from different people. That's the thing is, actually, I don't even make these. I don't even make money on these. There's someone who designs them and gets them out to everyone. And all I do is just advertise it for the filter people. That's it. The more filters that are out there, the more the designer gets paid. For myself and Beskar. And, selfishly, I guess at the end of the day, it makes everyone's NFTs worth more because more people are hearing about it. I don't know if worth more is actually the term being, but it gives me more community members. And that's the worth that I want, is the worth within that community. I'm going to try to click over here and feel free. If you guys got to leave at any time, feel free whenever you guys got to leave. But soon, the Bones Club is going to be starting, and I'm just going to kind of go in and play and see when it starts up, and it's going to kind of play live stream for us here. So if you guys want to chill, hang out for it.
Definitely. Someone joined us. I'm going
to bring in CryptoPjr here. He's going to do a little 1 minute, 2 minutes, catch us up on the world of what's happening in the supernatural sense. And CryptoPjr, how are we doing, my friend?
We're doing very good. In honor of this Bones Club, I thought I'd bring you some alien skulls that have been found around the world recently.
Sick.
Now, I can either nor deny the information being shown you, but I will say it's very interesting. If you take a look here, this is a skull that is found in Africa a couple of years ago. Now, they can't explain this. All they know is that they found high levels of radium in them, and they're dated 14 million years ago. Humans weren't alive 14 million years ago. Interesting that they would say that. So that means that this has to, in this crypto world, mean that this is a true fact indeed. Now, we can walk a little further and talk to a doctor who actually examined one of these. And I'll tell you what, fact or fiction, we just don't know. And do we care is the question. But this was Philippe Carso, who arrived at a crash site in New Mexico and discovered and actually worked on these creatures. So you tell me if this seems like something that would be out of the ordinary. I think so. Now, any questions, Novo?
Yeah, so these bones, I mean, they're just like almost like human bones where they can almost be fossilized. So they can be in existence. They can be out there and they can still be found.
It's very true, very true. We just don't know. Anything is in the realm of possibilities nowadays after we've seen the last 2 years of just craziness and almost full disclosure of the UFO phenomenon. I just think that this is a great time to be alive and be interested in the paranormal and what may be our universe.
CryptoPjr.
Bones is going to need to add that to the NFT project.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been watching the Bones Club for many years here, and then in fact, I had to make a purchase here, and I don't know if you can see on your screens. I think
let's go.
That's sweet. Look at this guy.
Up here in the outer limits, we have to be entertained too, and we want to get it on this very neat piece of art here.
Well protected. You're well protected with that helmet.
Well, I appreciate that. I've tried your Earth sport of skateboarding before, and let's just say I'm no Tony Hawks.
CryptoPjr, we love it. We're going to start chiming in right now to the Bones Club, listening live because they are live action. So I'm going to click and join the spaces and see what we got going on.
So you know.
Oh, and they're live right now.
What's happening? It's a bit easier to absorb.
Turn my mic off. I don't know how this works with my. Mike.
Hey Josh, I can see.
If you guys got
Josh
to
is
leave
joined
at
as
any
well.
point,
I'll
feel
bring him up
free.
as well.
I appreciate it.
Hey
This
Clutch,
is
how you
Crypto
going?
Novo saying
Hello,
stay
how are
positive
you?
and love life.
I'm gonna have to jump out. Thank you for having me.
Trying to find my
Peace.
Bones Club NFTs. There's somewhere in my portfolio. Too many NFTs, brother.
We've also got Crypto Novo streaming the start of our spaces across their platforms as well. So just in case anyone wants to come up and speak, to be aware of that too. I'll invite you up to speak as well if you'd like to have a chat. All are welcome. We're going to have different guests popping in and out over the next little while. We've got a few people who are going to try and duck in and have a chat. So you'll be hearing not just from us and not just about.
I'm switching over mic so I can become a speaker. Speaker. Let's see. We got to switch you guys around. Get you over here, maybe.
To 4,000, which is a significant cut, and it does mean that we've already got over 82% minted, and less than 20% to go, which are just direct new mints from our website, which is awesome news, because the sooner we can finish off that first phase, the sooner we can launch through the rest of the things that we want to develop more longer term. You can see as well, once we've started with the supply cart, we move along to Ghost Companions. We have dropped a few teasers for those in the Discord as well, so people have seen what they look like. Clutch, I might get you to send me some photos. Let's start tweeting them out, and everyone can start to have a look at what their companions are going to look like, which essentially means if you mint, you'll get one for free.
Yeah, I'll whip up a little social media promo so we can get more people exposed to what's coming.
Yeah, just show an example of what they look like. They look really cool as well. It still has the Bones Club aesthetic. And yeah, more cool traits. I know we've spoken about it before. I don't know how you come up with them, Clutch. Just hundreds and hundreds of new traits every time you draw them. So I respect whatever's going on in your head when you come up with these things.
I try to keep it a little bit different for these companions. We've got a little bit of flavors from both worlds. We've got some heritage traits in there. We've got some new gen traits in there. And then we've got a whole bunch of different new ones as well. There's a bit of a different scheme since they're not skeletons. So it was a real trial and error trying to figure out what would actually work. So it'll be interesting to see what they come out like at the full run, what everyone thinks of them and stuff.
Yeah. And then the supply will obviously match however many bones are minted from the new collection too, so they will be limited too. It's taken you a while to work on those as well, hasn't it, to really make sure that you're getting the traits right?
Yeah, we tried to do a little bit, a few things different with the algorithm, which made it a little bit more complex, but it really came out in the end once we got it all sorted. But it's always good to make it more hard, learn more, keep it more fun.
Yeah, and in terms of timelines, that's real close on our horizon. It's, expected to, I don't know if I can give a date just yet, but in terms of time frame, it'll be very, very soon when to expect the companions, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything's ready to go. We're just running a few generations and just getting all the trait quantities perfect. That's it. That's all we're pretty much waiting on at the moment, which is just a little bit of a process because you're just going to run it over and over again. It takes quite a bit of time. So fun watching them come out in different ways.
Yeah, seeing what's going to be generated when it's randomly generated, right? You don't really know what's going to come
that's the beauty. You have no idea.
And then following companions, we've got a New Year's surprise, which I'm not going to say what it is because, well, it's a surprise and that would defeat the purpose. So it does mean that there is something else that holders are going to get. That's as much as I'll say at the moment. It's really cool, though. I'm a big fan of it. That also is, pretty soon as well. So not far into the horizon. And then after that, we are going to be looking at merchandise, which we've been talking about for a long time. We've had so many cool ideas, and we've started to really workshop a lot of those and see what's feasible, what looks the best, what is the coolest thing that people want. We've heard a lot of your feedback, and yeah, we're really excited to release some Bones Club official merch. I know a lot of you have been making your own, which have been cool. We've been seeing mugs and shirts and, you know, different bits and pieces. We've seen some engraved bones as well onto some different things. So it'll complement a lot of the stuff you've already been making. Then we've got our Metaverse live events. For anyone that doesn't know, we're on Nemesis, which is a Metaverse platform that we hosted a massive Halloween event on. So you could play you could play a mini game, unlock a skeleton avatar, and then hang out and watch a set from Zoe London. Zoe London was going to come today. She's not well. So best wishes to Zoe. She was awesome. If anyone caught her set for our last event, it was unreal. So I hope to work with Zoe again in future. But we will be planning more events, which does mean more mini games and more fun things for us to do on the Nemesis, which for anyone that's not familiar, check it out, thenemesis.io/@Bones Club. I'll drop a link a little bit later so you can go and have a look. We've got like a custom graveyard lobby that you can run around in too. So we're going to be planning some more games and events and different fun bits and pieces there throughout next year. We've also got a heritage migration, which does mean that we will be migrating the heritage collection to a new smart contract, which is required for us to do a few things in future that we want to do. So that is definitely going to happen for us next year as well. We've also got the Sandbox Clubhouse and game. The roadmap doesn't even really capture the size and extent of what's happening on Sandbox. If anyone's not familiar, we've got a partnership with the properties team who have their own land on Sandbox and are going to build us a little kind of hangout spot for Bones. But we've also got our own land right next to Bored Ape. And when I say right next to, I mean literally neighbours. So we're going to come up with some fun and creative ways to respectfully annoy them from our side of the fence. But we are looking, obviously, at building a game. And we've said this before, I'll say it again. If anyone who is a Bones Club holder wants to be part of the building experience, let us know. We are bringing people on board. Download the Voxel Edit software as well. You can design different creative assets. You can have, your different bits and pieces featured on our land. So make sure you reach out if you want to be part of that building experience. We already have a few people building in the background. And I know Clutch as well, you've been working on a lot of Sandbox stuff recently, learning the lay of the land with their programs and such. So we're really excited for that. That's actually not too far now before Sandbox is released.
Yeah, it's coming very close now. It's really hard to not get lost in that platform. It's so much fun just building worlds, so much potential. So yeah, if you're really interested in that kind of stuff, definitely drop us a line because it's going to be a lot of fun building that stuff.
And it's easier to use than I would have expected, which was the surprise.
Significantly easier to use. It's like using walk-off map editor back in the day, but probably even easier than that. It's so much fun.
Yeah, very intuitive. And we just thought it would be good to have the club involved in a lot of that building too, so you can help design. Like if you're going to be hanging out there, what do you want it to look like? What do you want it to feel like? What do you want the game to be like within the realm of what's possible? So we're working through that and you'll be part of that experience with us. But yes, there will be lots of stuff going on Sandbox. And then we've got the Bones Club Radio 24/7 live stream. That's something that's been carried over. We still really want to do this, especially within the artwork. There's a lot of music references and influences from different hip-hop and cultural icons. So it would only make sense for us to have that music tie-in because it is such a big source of inspiration behind the actual Bones Club artwork. So that will be something that we're retaining as part of the roadmap. And the last one on there is Bones Club Ecosystem. vague for a reason, but those that have been in the space for a while can probably guess what that is alluding to. We'll be releasing more on that one shortly as well. Very exciting. Does tie in with the reason for some things on there. Hint, hint, migration. But that's all I'm going to say on that one for now. But I just wanted to talk everyone through really quickly at a high level of what these things mean. Obviously, things running concurrently are still going to be partnerships, collaborations, rewards, the wallet. We're still doing so many things on the side of this, and everything that we're delivering isn't restricted exclusively to this roadmap. We're already planning things that aren't on the roadmap that we're wanting to create in addition to this. So this isn't a be-all and end-all, but it's a guide for the things that we know we will definitely be delivering into next year, but non-restrictive. So you can expect lots more from this as well. So that's my little rant. I won't keep going on. Thanks everyone for joining today. I do want to actually go through and have a chat to some of the guests that have joined us today as well. Crypto Novo, do you want to jump in? I know you're currently streaming this as well. How are you going?
Welcome all my aliens, apes, and zombies. And you know what? You have a fan base that wanted to get this spaces started early. So they hopped in on a live stream that I'm actually doing right now. And one of the things you're talking about is people making, shirts and apparel for it. Well, IRLORUrl has an AR filter this alien, ape, and zombie is sporting right now of one of your magnificent NFTs. And that's where this space is heading, is where they're using an NFT that they priorly bought in an AR fashion and are able to help promote a space and a community that they love. And I love seeing this new roadmap. We were out there, we were playing in your guys' video game, and it was sweet just seeing that and seeing that, that iconic orange and pink background layered throughout all that, the nemesis. And the very interesting thing, this all kind of relates back to someone else who is listening and is actually a speaker, Fran. Fran, I talked to in real life or URL. You guys should be following him. He actually is on Twitch and streams content using his NFT. And that's maybe something that we can be doing in video games in the NFT space. But he learned about this information, the Bone Clubs, from Fran. And I learned a lot of my alpha from Fran. So Fran, I hate to put you on the spot. How about you tell us, as the collector of not only awesome NFTs, cute NFTs, staying two steps ahead, how you came across Bone Clubs to bring it not only across my palette, but across IRL and URL's palette as well.
Yeah, for sure. First off, huge shout out to Crypto Novo. His videos early on, inspired me to get my punk, and he's really been someone who's just out there with the community, putting people out there and showing their story and stuff. And so definitely respect to Crypto Novo. But yeah, I actually just tweeted a couple minutes ago a video of, I think it might have been your guys' second release or something. It looks like there's 100 items at this time. I think back then you guys released like 50 items at a time on OpenSeas. And so, yeah, I was doing a video, like 3 drops in a row of like how it was going, which ones I was looking to get, which ones I ended up with, which ones I missed out on, and just kind of documenting all this very early on, back when, at that time, people weren't really recording what was going on with the mints like that. And so, Bones Club is a project that I've enjoyed since the beginning. Definitely found it pretty early on, and right when you guys launched the actual minting on your guys' site, I went in. So now that you're talking about the companions, I don't know exactly how many of these Bones Clubs I have, probably like 60 or so. So I guess a lot of companions are coming my way, but yeah, definitely love the project.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And I will just say during this spaces as well, while we're chatting, hanging out, we're going to drop a bunch of different giveaways, different rewards, incentives, and things for people that are listening and a part of it. I am going to just tweet out the first lot of those before we continue on with the convo. Anyone who mints 5 Bones Club NFTs within the next 24 hours at bonesclub.io will get a free pair of custom Bones Club fans. All you need to do is DM us to redeem. We'll get them sent out to you. So we thought that was just a cool incentive I myself want to mint 5 just to get a pair of the Vans. So I'll tweet it out. I'll drop the link down. If that's you, if you've already minted some today, you can still be part of it. We'll count all, within the recent time period. You won't be excluded. And it'll be running for the next 24 hours. So just to drop that in there, I'll tweet that out in a moment. Please redeem if you have minted recently. We'll get those sent out to you. Crypto Novo, thank you. Sorry, I also did get a little bit rugged and had to just reconnect then, so I did miss the start of that one too. But we've seen that you've been like the AR, like the filter looks awesome. We can see that you've been chatting a bit about Bones Club, and you chat about different projects and stuff on your streams. Is that right? Is that regular for you? How often do you have these kinds of things?
I try to bring awareness to anyone who needs, a voice in the space, an artist who maybe has a new project, or an artist who has an old project that maybe needs a little bit more legs to it. And, from there, selfishly, I'm able to aggregate that information to make my own decisions and own choices about projects, but also it gives other people that, that line of information that they might not be able to get just from clicking on a button. So they actually get to hear a little bit about, why they're creating it, a little bit about their journey up to this point in getting to this NFT space, and sitting here and, listen to a little bit of, what Clutch had to say about, how he's entering in the space and how he's trying to progress, these things adds more value behind what each individual project is trying to determine is where they're going to be with their community. You guys are available. You guys are out there. You guys are giving away stuff just for people minting that we love seeing. And that's what we want to see. And not to mention just your strong team, with other people like with Josh and Seb and other people that are doing things for your team. What a better marketing advisor than having Josh out there. And I see him listening. He was out there in New York streaming in line when we were getting into the Atom Bomb concert. We were actually talking about the Atom Bomb's, not concert, but Atom Bomb in New York, NYC NFT. We were talking about that earlier on my show, and it's about talking and communicating with others. Right now, I'm still streaming with CryptoPjr and Metamori and in real life or in IRL or in URL, and we're still having this conversation because we want to not only learn more and gain the alpha about what you guys are teaching us in the space, but also about what makes you guys tick, because you guys are aliens, apes, and zombies behind this project as well. Humans just like anyone else, or, Bones Clubs just like anyone else.
Absolutely. And I can respect wanting to lift up projects that aren't already getting blasted all over social media, because that's something that I know Clutch has done from the start too. Specifically, I know that Clutch, he can speak to this too, is he will go find a bunch of more underground or unknown projects and try and boost them up, whether that's just buying into their artwork, sharing it on Twitter, sharing it in Discord, but really trying to lift everyone up in the space, which is what's really important. Is it's not fun if you're the only one that's winning. You want your friends to be winning as well, I guess is one way to put it. But that's awesome. Just getting exposure to different people, to the right people, to good people. So I really respect that you've been doing that, and for supporting Bones as well. Thank you. We do really appreciate it. We were stoked to see a couple of screen records from some of those sessions you were running, and people were talking about Bones. So
what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up and I'm going to chop up an actual live minting I just did a couple minutes ago. So that's part of the process of it, is seeing your guys' roadmap, seeing what you're adding to the community, and then bam, live action, just mint that live so everyone can see how it's done. And that's what it is. Fran, you know what it's about. You've been on my show plenty of times, and you've minted stuff plenty of times. Not only that, but CryptoPjr, even prior to this on my show, got so excited, he got in the game as well. So you could probably thank in real life or IRL, he's listening right now. You could probably thank that alien, ape, and zombie right down there, because he's bringing more eyes, ears, and noses, whatever you want to be, to your guys' product. And I love it. And it's coming from that organic growth. So, it's your own fans that are trying to support your product. I'm turning a fan into it as well, an even larger fan with the purchase of a couple of these a couple minutes ago. So thank you. And, this loops back to you, Fran. I blame you for all this. Thanks, my friend. Wink, wink behind my big shades.
Legend, thank you. Thank you as well, IRLORURL. Bit of a mouthful, we appreciate you. I think that's the best part as well, when we see the organic growth, the organic promotion coming from the community, just purely because they love the project, they love the art, it resonates with them, they trust us. It's just something we love to see, and that's kind of always been the foundation on which we've built our club. Has been, we just want people in the club who genuinely want to be here, want to be part of the experience too, and want to help build and grow the community. We've never been ones to say, we want to dictate this is how things are going to run. Everything has very much been a part of a community-driven feedback, community-driven ideas and suggestions and promotions. So it's just been awesome to see things slowly grow over time. And now we've formulated this really tight-knit Bones Club community, which has been awesome to see, specifically in Discord too. But it's just been growing with the new collection as well. It means that more people are able to come on board. Fran, I think you were saying just before, when the first collection was coming out, it was 50 at a time that were being released, and people were just getting outgassed immediately. And it was a bit of a bloodbath. So, for real. As part of the development of the new one, it was, well, how do we avoid that? And to avoid that, we do expand the collection. But as part of the expansion, it was like, okay, let's start providing utility. Because the Heritage Collection wasn't about any kind of utility or metaverse or gaming experiences. It was just Clutch creating things purely for the love of the art and just because he loved to do it. So it's really awesome to see how it's evolved over time, how most of those community members who were part of those original drops are still here today, still coming with us on the experience. We started out in May, for anyone who doesn't know, so it's been quite a while for us, but the new collection is only the later half of this year. But it's just crazy to think that it's been that long, but it's also just, not that long. I guess in the NFT space, it is a long time. Fran, how long have you been in the NFT space now? I'd imagine that you would have been around for a while.
Yes, I got in basically in March, and even then I wasn't on OpenSeas. I was using an app called Vivi. And at the time, the idea of these licensed digital collectibles really made sense to me. Batman, Powerpuff Girls, these are brands I knew and grew up on. And so I understood that. So I had been hearing about NFTs, but it really took that kind of green flag for me to jump into the space. And so in April, I got my first NFT on OpenSeas. And 3 days later, I was creating and uploading my own project, Sneaker Punks. And just been all in ever since on Twitter Spaces, learning and sharing projects and finding out new projects. And Bones Club is really one that caught my eye early on because, everywhere I was going, people had it as their profile pic. And so I looked into it, loved the art. And I think at the time, I think before this release, I was able to just grab the one I wanted. It was still available. I think I ended up getting an Alien as my first one. And then that next release is where it got crazy, and it just got crazier the following releases after that with the gas wars, like you were saying, and you guys try to schedule at different time zones, so it was a little bit more fair for other people. And man, I was definitely recording all of those drops and the chaos that ensued.
Yeah, it was madness. I remember you were posting some videos about it on YouTube as well, and then it kind of took off from there, and it was nuts. But look, it's part of Bones history, isn't it? Clutch, I know you can attest to the stress of quickly trying to get everything uploaded in those batches for people to buy them. So
I remember at the time too, the Bones Club NFTs were one of the most viewed on OpenSea as far as I seen, because of I guess how the drops went down, how everybody was looking at the drop beforehand, how you could see what was coming. It was pretty cool.
yeah, people were camping out whichever ones were their favorites and quickly trying to refresh and buy. I was doing the same for some of them, was just losing out. I thought, oh gosh, this is a nightmare. But back then, gas was not 100 and something gwee. Gas was like, $20. So at the time, it felt awful when you would still lose your gas when you were trying to buy it. But I feel like it was nothing in comparison to how it is now.
Oh, it was so bad though back then. Like losing that $100, $150 of gas was just brutal. Because it wasn't really that hyped, it wasn't that overwhelming. But out of nowhere, you get these releases that were just crazy. It was just a gas hole. Good times.
Yeah, it was a bit of fun. It was
a good bit of fun. That was part of the rush. Like you just have to blindly purchase as much as you can and just pray for whatever would actually go through and what wouldn't.
And Crypto Novo, when did you get into the space, into the NFT?
I've been lucky just under 2 years ago. I had a coworker talk to me about CryptoPunks. When an ape, I believe, sold for like $27,000. And then I had just went in and I saw the collectability of the CryptoPunks, but I didn't know anything about MetaMask. I didn't know anything about pretty much jack squat. And I hopped in a Discord and it was like talking to Pranksy, talking to Tony Herrera, talking to Matt and John from Larva Labs, talking to Snowfro. And they pretty much walked me through it. Very similar to how Metamori, who is online right now, walks people through getting things lined up for first time use today. So they onboarded me, and I felt it very important for me to help others in that same process on feeling comfortable, one, getting the education necessary to know what you're quote unquote investing in or investing your time in. None of this is financial advice. You're talking to someone with a clown nose. And then also with that, knowing what tools to do with it when you get to that point. So it all goes hand in hand with giving back to the community that gave so much to me. So within that 2-year time, I do my due diligence. I try to do my research and teach others at the same time. But on the same token, as I want to give back to the founders that gave so much to me. And you see where these founders are. They are with art blocks. They are, major collectors in the game. And they still need help with getting their friends involved as far as getting their NFT projects seen and pushed through the space, as far as pointing out what projects to collect because they have good communities, fun things to do, seeing that there's going to be metaverse live events and that there is a Clubhouse game and that there is going to be 24-hour live stream. I think you should raise the bar, and it shouldn't be a radio live stream. I think we should find some way to collab. We get in this Novoverse together and we get these AR filters going bonkers and we just turn it into our own broadcast studio, the disruptor for all, that we can make our own voice and our own vision behind our own models. And that model right now is that Bone Club ecosystem that you guys have laid out, using community wallet partnerships and just having fun with, right now, the Ghost Companions that are coming out here shortly.
Yeah. So yeah, we're super keen to see what that Bones Club Radio can turn into, and really possibilities are endless. Like what we've committed to in the roadmap is to give people an idea of what we're working on and the types of things we'll be delivering, but as I mentioned, non-restrictive. So we're always super keen for partnerships with like-minded people, like-minded projects, people who have good intentions for the rest of the community and want to contribute to its growth and success, which is exactly what you do, and what you're embodying. So we're super keen to keep that dialogue open and see where that goes.
Well, I'm going to keep pushing it a little bit here with IRL or URL and what he's doing, streaming with his avatar on Twitch and getting the video game application going, because that just seems hand in hand. So when it's time in Sandbox to click over, you already have one of your own members right there, ground floor, already streaming in the space. And some people view that as competition for someone streaming in the space like myself. I view it as an added member that are going to onboard more people, because I would love to have, the platform of Twitch having Bone Clubs running around in there, talking about other video games, talking about Fortnite, blasting people in Fortnite. But then not only that, showing off their own video game like you guys already have, just by simply going to your guys' Twitter handle and clicking on the top there. I spent a couple hours playing it today. It was fun, entertaining. I love it. I love the forward progress you guys are going with that. Very awesome stuff.
Thank you. And that's exactly right. I don't think it's competition. I think it's about collaboration. It's about bringing other people up in the space too. We've never been the type of people for some kind of exclusivity, like, oh no, it only has to be us. We want to support other people, projects, team members, supporters, even club members. If you want to do your own thing, we'll promote it on Bones Club too. So that would be great. And I'm stoked that you're loving our little Nemesis custom graveyard that we've had created too. We are in talks with Nemesis as well. We're going to look at more gaming experiences too, which has been a lot of fun, especially while we work on our Sandbox build in the background. And a few people have asked why multiple platforms. Maybe we're a little bit greedy, but we think that they both have different offerings for the club. So we wanted to explore both options. So Nemesis provides a lot of that gaming now. It's Nemesis is created by and run by a game development company. So they know their stuff. They know how to create. It's not the same as Sandbox in like, it's not like voxelized. If anyone wants more of a visual, think more of like a Decentraland look and feel. But it's just awesome. There's so many different game types, and they are expanding themselves as a metaverse brand too, which is going to look really exciting. I won't spill the beans on things they're working on, but next year is going to be a big year for Nemesis for gaming, particularly NFT integrated gaming, which is going to be a lot of fun for us. So we want to continue to expand, host live events and such there, but we are going to build our own branded gaming over on Sandbox too, which is just too good of an opportunity to pass up, because I don't know if everyone else is excited about Sandbox as I am, but once you actually get in there and have a play around and a bit of a build, it's just so much fun. I don't know if anyone's played Minecraft or, any kind of open world game. I want to see how that works with the NFT community. And I think that could be huge next year after it's released. So a lot of big names getting onto Sandbox as well, which is a lot of fun. Obviously, our plot's not going to be as huge as some of the ones that are on there, but it's actually surprising. I don't know if anyone else is familiar with how big a 1x1 plot of land is on Sandbox. It's big. So you can build vertically, you can build up and down, and we were playing around with our plot of land the other day, weren't we, Clutch? And we were seeing how far up and down you can build, and it's just huge compared to what you think it would look like. We were mucking around. Clutch was building like Clutch, I don't know, do you want me to say what you were playing around with? I don't know if it's a secret or not.
It's not really committed yet, so it's also can't really commit to anything just at this stage.
No, I have to ask the question because you're here today, and people know me. I always get in trouble for just saying things on Twitter pages and accidentally announcing things all the time, and then I get told off later. So I thought I would ask first. But anyway, we're playing around with the land. The things you can do on there are crazy. I'm super excited for that too. But yes, we are going to have a foot in both doors for different metaverses, so to speak. Clutch, what do you think? Do you think it's time? Should we drop a giveaway? Let's give something away to the people listening. We've already got like the Vans promotion as well. Obviously, mint 5 bones within 24 hours, get a free pair of custom Vans. Let's give away an NFT.
I just minted my 5, by the way. I just minted 5 right now.
Fran, you stole my thunder. I was going to say I had 2 before when I said I minted it, and I just followed it up with 3 more. I just did it right now. I got 5 total. I know Fran's a shoe guy. I got to sport shoes too when I'm out there walking around in real life.
Oh yeah, man, might as well look good at the same time.
I love it. I'm going to do the same thing. Let's give away an NFT for the people that's not too fussed on Vans. How about a free NFT? Do people want a free NFT? What one should we give away, Clutch? We did before we give away bones.
Yeah, let's give away bones. We did just fill up a whole bag of those babies.
Yeah, we've someone let Clutch have access to the wallet. Don't get me in trouble. He went a bit crazy minting some things before the spaces. So we've scooped up some bones. We've scooped up some different NFTs from some of our partner projects as well, just to give away during the spaces. I'm just going to pick one out now, and I will get a tweet out there. Let's have a look. All right, let's give away. What should we give away? All right, I'm going to pick a Bones Club NFT. I'll pop up a tweet. I'll chuck it in the top as well. And then we will get you to retweet the post. And you do have to have a Bones Club profile picture if you have one. So I can have a look, can verify. And then we'll go in the draw to win another one. So while I get that set up, Rich, do you want to have a bit of a chat about what you've been working on lately as well? I know it's been such a crazy space lately. It's just an absolute roller coaster. I feel some weeks are huge for NFTs, some weeks it's just super quiet, like as is the nature of the work. But if you're around at the moment, I'm interested to hear what you've been working on lately. I know you've got your own Alpha Discord set up. Unless he's me.
Sorry.
No, I thought, am I calling you out? But you're like,
honestly, like the past couple of weeks, I've been in a little bit of a rut myself. It kind of sounds weird, but I've just been kind of trying to just keep my head right mentally. I'm in some positions right now, like I'm kind of like over leveraged. I'm not using leverage, but yeah, I sorry, I'm like kind of flustered, but
no, you're okay.
Yeah, I'm just honestly kind of trying to stay above water right now. As far as like NFTs go, I honestly haven't been looking at NFTs. Like, I've been missing a lot of things because I've been working in real life and haven't really been paying much attention to the space on top of like how the market is. So like, honestly, I haven't been like doing too well, I guess you would say, as far as like performing and like buying a bunch of different stuff. But I've just been chilling, just watching.
But you know what? Like, it's a good reminder as well, is that you don't always have to be on in the space. You don't always have to be buying and delivering and making the right calls. Like, everyone goes through this, and I think it's really easy to forget, is that your mental health needs to come first. And if you're not loving what you're doing, why are you doing it? So it's probably,
honestly, like I feel like ever since I first got in NFTs in May, I was like, every day was 18 hours, all NFTs, Twitter, crypto for like 4 to 5 months. And just kind of more recently, I got burnt out. It doesn't really happen often, but I know that it happens. And that's just kind of why I was talking about it when you asked, like, what have I been working on? I've kind of just been giving myself downtime to like get my mental right, because like as soon as my mental gets right, I'm like back on, like nothing ever happened. But I've been like so indulged the past like 6 months that I burnt myself out, like I will admit it. But things are coming back together slowly. There's something going on every day of the week in this space, so it's like you'll miss a few things. I try not to like dwell on missing stuff, because there has been like a lot of stuff I feel like I've missed in the past week, but I'm just trying to just get back into it on a good foot, if that makes sense.
Definitely. And I think it's a timely reminder for everyone too. Everyone needs a break. You shouldn't be expected to be plugged in 24/7. I normally need a couple of days reprieve in between different announcements and drops and stuff just to regroup. You know, people have a life outside of this space too, believe it or not. I know we all think we're just these avatars that are online all day, every day, but it's really important to know yourself and know when you need to just step away, reconnect, whether it's family, friends, or just get outdoors.
Rich, I'm so glad you brought that up because, you know, behind my avatar, and I call everyone aliens, apes, and zombies, we are human behind all this. And that's what keeps us all connected. And with that being said, this is a perfect transition for me because I usually go on, usually 9 o'clock in Chicago. Right now it's 8 o'clock because it is bedtime for my kids. And I am actually going to go part ways to tuck my kids in before they fall asleep. So I hate to exit myself, but that is something that you made me reflect on when you said that was stresses in my own life. But thankfully for me, my stresses are just going upstairs and tucking my kids in. Rich, we are here for you. You have a community here for you. Some of my, some of the things I get therapy from is talking to people and venting and being on live and talking about things and situations. So use this platform to talk about that because it makes you feel better. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone's time. I hate to run out like this, but you know, you got me thinking in this tassel hat that, you know what, I am going to mend time for my family right now. Rich, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I really appreciate that as well, bro. You said, thank you.
Man, we are all in this together. I want to tell everyone out there to stay positive and love life. Peace.
Later, Nova.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming along. You're welcome anytime. Appreciate that.
All right, my friends listening at home, I am going to peace out and get upstairs to those kids. So
Thank you, Novo.
Well, peace, guys. This is awesome. I appreciate it.
Take care, guys. Nice meeting you, Meta. Take care. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Let's do this again sometime soon. We'll talk with you guys soon. Peace.
Definitely. Peace.